I've been following, especially as it concerns the Commissioner for Tourism in Enugu State, Ugochi Madweke. She's been accused of visa fraud. I'll just read the document I have obtained. One Mrs. Chinyere Ginekawa Onyeri has accused the Commissioner, Mrs. Ugochi Madweke, for apparent, theft, visa scandal. So let's just read the story so that we understand what exactly it is. Chinyere apparently is a female, is a widow, a Christian, a Nigerian citizen, a businesswoman. I was telling the Federal High Court Independence Layout. The defendant is an adult female Christian Nigerian citizen and a serving commissioner for culture and tourism, which is, of course, the commissioner, Mrs. Ugochi Madweke. Now, the woman is saying that, in fact, let me just tell you the story. The woman is saying that Madweke, came to her saying that the Enugu State had been invited by France for the Olympics to participate with the cultural troops to the Olympics. It is the plaintiff's averment that the defendant, who was earlier well known to her, used undue influence on her based on her new position as Commissioner for Tourism and Culture to perpetrate a fraudulent visa scam on her and a host of others, which is regrettable. The plaintiff states that the defendants collected her money and that of many other persons by lying to them that she will take them alone to watch the live France 2024 Olympic tournament at Paris, France. That the defendants concocted many fake documents and showed to the plaintiff as a conviction that she is processing their visa to join her at the France 2024 Olympic, which all turned out to be fake and dishonorable, hence causing the plaintiff tremendous amounts of embarrassment, disgrace, and psychological trauma and frustration. That in all, the defendants demanded the money from the plaintiff widow, whose husband was a commissioner in Enugu State's government, and she paid a total sum of 13 million naira. Okay, it's 13 million naira. This is her claim. A declaration of his honorable court that the defendants collected a total cash of 13.2 million naira from the plaintiff on the promise of securing her visa to go to France to 2024 Olympic tournament without fulfilling her obligation and without completely returning the entire money. That is 7,040,000. An order of the court for commanding the defendant to pay to the plaintiff the sum of 7,040,000 naira, being her balance payable through the plaintiff's counsel within 7 days of this order. An order of court awarding special damages of 2 million naira, being the cost of the litigation occasioned by the defendants for no cause. An order of the court awarding general damages 100 million naira against the defendants in favor of the plaintiff. The discomfitures, embarrassment, and mental torture occasioned by the conduct of the defendants. And but again, the commissioner has also reacted to these particular allegations. She says, quote, false and malicious allegations of visa fraud involving Enugu State cultural troop. My attention has been drawn to the false and malicious article currently circulating online and on social media, alleging my involvement in a so-called visa fraud scheme involving 34 Enugu State indigenes purportedly enlisted for a cultural performance at the 2024 Olympic Games in France. Let me state the facts clearly and unequivocally. Yes, the Enugu State Ministry of Culture and Tourism was officially invited to participate in cultural showcases scheduled to accompany the 2024 Olympics Games in France. As part of our preparations, the ministry assembled a contingent of talented cultural troops or cultural performers and initiated the standard visa application process through appropriate diplomatic channels. However, despite our best efforts, the visa applications were denied by the French embassy, a matter entirely beyond our control. At no point was there any fraudulent activity, financial extortion, or abuse of office in this process. I wish to categorically deny the fabricated allegations that I received personal payments from any individual or group in relation to the visa processing. I forged or facilitated any fraudulent documentation. I conspired with anyone to extort funds from citizens under false pretense. These claims are false, defamatory, and deeply malicious, designed purely to tarnish my image and the work we are doing to preposition Enugu State as a cultural and tourism destination of excellence. To be clear, all processes handled by the ministry were official, documented, and verifiable. No personal account of mine was used for any government transaction. The ministry was never involved in collecting monies from individuals for visa procurement, nor did I authorize any such activity. So that's to read in part. I mean, that's the quickest thing to do these days. Deny, deny, deny until you start basically seeing receipts. What I can say regarding this particular development is that one of them is telling lies. I mean, one of them is telling lies. I mean, when you say you didn't use a personal account, we know you can use a personal account now. You can use proxies now. You can use proxies to get those things. So it shouldn't be even included in that statement, because even people who are in government, ministers and the likes, they don't use their personal account. They don't even use these days. They don't even use their company. They use other people's company. They have proxies now. What are you saying? So it's marks of somebody who is trying to just hold on to something, but it does not mean that the person is guilty anyway. But again, I keep asking, how come that France would invite a cultural troop from Nigeria and they are the ones to pay to process their own visa? It doesn't add up. If I'm coming to give you value, I'm bringing my culture, my tradition to your country, to your tournament, it means I should be respected, not just respected, I should be given all the whole express. And then, how is it that France embassy, because if it is true that the reason why we are going there was to represent Enugu's cultural, troop there, why is it that the embassy denied visa? Because it is very, very easy. Once you are invited, especially when it comes to government to government invitations, it is 99.9% you must get the visa. At that point, you are seen as an expatriate. You are seen as somebody who's coming to deliver value. And those guys they look at you based on what you're coming to give. And why would France embassy deny that kind of visa? If there's something not sinister, they probably may have checked and found. There are so many questions that are being asked. Sometimes too, I'm also going to blame people who are even the victims here, so-called, because if you need me, it's not like I am begging you. I was on my own. You now told me of this opportunity, and then you are telling me to pay as much as 13 point something million. First of all, are you sure that is actually what I'm going for, or is there something else? How can I pay to get a visa when it is the government that needs me? The government should pay for it. So it's not adding up. So why did you pay that money? If you have 13 million, you can. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do with that money. So why give somebody 13 million naira in the guise of going to represent, the state in France? They think. They think. Don't you use your brains? So that's the reason why some of these people who are in government just bulldoze people and do things anyhow, because they see that you don't think. Why would you give somebody 13? Why would you pay somebody 13 million because they have called you to go and represent them in France? Why? That is also not to say that is exactly what happened, because again, nobody have seen account that they paid the money to. Nobody has seen that they gave the money to her directly because she has denied it. So you can't really put your hands on anything. It is when probably it goes through the court process. I see that maybe the court processes might not even continue anymore, because I saw in another social media post that people were started saying things like she has quickly gone to repay all the monies and even promised contracts, and all that and all that and all that. And all that. Yeah, I mean, of course, people will say things without even verification, without even saying, without even. In fact, it is this social media that I found out that people even know me more than I know myself. People will describe you, describe things about you that is in their head. So sometimes when you see those people on comment section saying things, don't be following them. Oh. Don't be following them. Don't be following them. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I saw the other one was saying something like, "Is it not a state government that forged certificate?" Da, 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 da. See how we have even belittled our brain. We have belittled our brain by getting our attention to certificates because somebody had a certificate. Do you know they buy certificates in Nigeria today? I don't have to go to school, that school, and whatever school. Just go and buy a certificate. Just buy it. So we are concerned about somebody who has a certificate. All the people who have had certificate who have been ruling us, where did they take us to? But certificate forger. Yeah. Because thank you guys. I have to go to work now.